All right. Welcome to another edition of Hustlers Kung Fu Live. We're going to talk about the stimulus package. And there are many issues with the stimulus package that are starting to be rolled out. And it is going to be very, very bad, and you're going to be disappointed. So, with that, let's get into it. The stimulus provision for more. This is very bad. Who are going for the up and said, "Look, I can't pay my mortgage," they got to go ahead and approve the forbearance, and it's a problem. It is going to be a massive problem because here's one of the things that I talk about on this channel that many people don't think about. I talk about honor, I talk about duty, I talk about personal responsibility. And these are things that a lot of people are not really interested in hearing about. And when I talk about this stuff, so there are people who have gone in and got the mortgage forbearance just in case. They still have their job, they still could pay their mortgage, they still made that call. And the American way is like, hey, play the game, play the system, get over. And what's going to happen is that this is going to create another problem that the government is going to have to bail out because everybody that can call up and get a forbearance is just going to do it. And it's going to be pretty ugly, pretty ugly. And you have a lot of people out here who are just going to go for that free government money. And because, one of the reasons that, I've tried to avoid talks of the stimulus package because, I did my videos talking about the stimulus package was coming. They were going to cut the checks. I knew they would. But one of the issues that is occurring is right now, this plan was so hastily put together, and I understand why they rushed to put it together because people are economically fragile. People are in a bad situation. I totally understand why there was such a rush. I totally get that. However, there was unintended consequences. Let's get to the $10,000. Now, I've had a SBA loan, and that is dealing with the SBO. SBA is a tricky maneuver. They want your dog as collateral. I mean, it's. I said I would never do it again. And even though Congress has improved this money, the SBA has their own formation of rolling it out. Like if you're a sole proprietor, you're not going to get the $10,000. You might get $1,000. See, I knew that it wasn't going to be as easy as they put it because you had all of these YouTube videos talking about get the free, the $10,000 forgivable grant, the payroll protection program, get this free money. I knew there was going to be some hoops and trials and tribulations you were going to jump through. I just knew they were not going to give all this kind of money out. And I didn't really say anything about it, but I just knew. And right now, people are so far, no one's gotten the $10,000, and people are waiting. I think there have been some people who've gotten the payroll protection plan, and Wells Fargo has closed the program to their customers because all the allotted money's already gone. It's it's going to be crazy. And one of the things that I want to stress to you guys is because there's a video that's coming up on Savage Finance tomorrow that's going to talk about a lot of this stuff. I want to stress to you guys that if this doesn't teach you how to properly manage and segment your money, nothing else will. Right, for real estate, pretty much. Oh, there's going to be a second stimulus package. There's going to be a second stimulus package because if the unemployment reaches 10 to 15 million on top of the last 10 million last month, um, yeah, it's going to be crazy. I heard that many banks are adding extra stipulations in order to get the money, such as you already have a business account with them. Well, that's pretty much normal because most banks, if they're going to get a loan, they want you to have an account with them. Ollie Brooks, they don't care about gig workers at all. They definitely aren't going to get the 600 weekend in unemployment either. Most states, because I've checked, most states have not received the okay from the government to start putting out those funds. So no one's gotten that 600 bucks either. And I mean, there was a whole bunch of people who were gassed up. They were like, the House, the Senate, they got together. The president signed off on it, and the money is still not flowing. The money is still not rolling. So this is why I'm doing this because someone with experience of dealing with SBA, I just knew that they were not going to roll out and put this money because there are people who are doing YouTube videos that like the bill says this, and here's something that you've got to understand, and you have to be careful what you tell people. When you tell someone, like taking the case of a woman who's married to a rich man, they get divorced. This woman is going to stand on that based upon the law, I'm entitled to half. So I've done nothing to earn this money. I've not done nothing to contribute to, but because the law says I should get half, I need to get half. So give me my money. And right now, the law says that all of these small business owners, gig workers, are going to get X amount of dollars. And they're like, where's my money? Where's my money? People are getting mad. People are being upset. And I wish I had did a video on this so I could just say I told you so, because I just knew it wasn't going to be that easy. And you got all these people running to this money, and they're like, "Hey, it's going to be forgiven. I can get up to $1 million." Let me be 100% clear. You're not going to be able to get $1 million loan, and it's going to be forgiven unless you have a major business with a high level payroll. You're going to get probably 2.5 times what your payroll is. So if you got a payroll of 100,000, you're gonna get 250,000. You ain't getting that million, because I've seen all types of stuff, and it's like, you folks don't know how this stuff works. This is one of the reasons that I'm getting ready to do so much training about the proper way to run and maintain a business, because right now a lot of small businesses are going to go out of business. They're going to go out. They have no cash reserves. They have no extensions of credit, and once this thing is over, they're not going to reopen. Many small businesses are going to be raised by this economic event. And it didn't have to be this way, because I had the guy who commented on the video that someone who had some social media reach should be talking about positivity and solutions. The burglar's in your house and you don't have a gun. It's too late to go get a gun when it's 3 o'clock in the morning. The burglar is in your house. He's in your bedroom with a knife, and you don't have a gun. It's too late. There are no solutions except maybe kung fu or something. You can fight your way out. The solution is going to be harsh. It's going to be rough, because like I said, I went ahead and said, look, I've been 2 years. I've been telling people to prepare for this. I've done my job. I've been telling people, if you chose to ignore me, if you chose to not take advantage, if you chose to, like, he just trying to get some YouTube views, if you chose to look at it that way, hey, you be boo boo the fool. Because on record, I've been talking about this for 2 years, and this was coming. This virus thing, didn't know about it, but this recession thing, I didn't know about it. I knew it was coming. Rod, for real estate, this would be just like the loan modification and HOPE program for mortgages in the last downturn. 3 to 4 million people applied for it, and about 4,000 actually got it. Pretty much. Food trucks are booming. Hey, Raining Woman, yeah, a lot of people already counting the stimulus money, and I'm just like, there's going to be many folks who are going to be disappointed. They're going to be very, very disappointed because we're dealing with the government. We're dealing with, and then the government actually kind of, to their credit, the Senate, the House, the President, they got together, they got this bill pushed through, but it's got to be administrated by the SBA. And I knew I like, all these folks thinking, I'm gonna get me $10,000. I'm an Uber driver. I'm gonna get me $10,000. Then I'm gonna get me. I'm just like, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Rod sharing 101, Wells Fargo cut off PPP loans because they understand that even though they're only the administrators of the loans, they're on the hook for the non-refundable amount of loan that isn't paid off. Well, the way that I understand it, the Wells Fargo shut it down because they ran out of money. BK from the Rock, you can tell folks to prep, but you can't make them do the work, lose no sleep over their bad decisions. Pretty much. I slept like a baby last night. Benjamin Cole, people gonna wait months to get 1,200. Should not take that long to save 1,200. One of the things is, because like I said, with Hustlers Kung Fu and B School for Hustlers, we're getting into a lot of training because I want you guys to understand that starting and running a business correctly takes time. It takes effort. It takes discipline. And there's because we're out of the area of quick solutions. Because this is what a lot of people are coming at me. It's like, hey, it's very reminiscent of when I started the YouTube channel and I was talking about storage auctions. And I would literally get emails like this almost every day. Hey, Glendon, what can I do to make $6,000-7,000 a month, not spend a lot of money, and do this and within 2 to 3 months? People were looking for quick come ups. And this is why I'm all about the foundational, educational, the training. This is why I'm about this life because, someone's like, I know how bad it can get. I know what weight is waiting on people, and it ain't nothing pretty. It ain't nothing pretty. And one of the things that you've got to understand is with the stimulus package and all of the promises that'll be carried out, there's the administration and there's the delivery and there's the execution of the money. All of those things are very different things because the SBA has already changed the rules. Like, you're not getting, unless you have 10 employees, you're not getting that $10,000. You're not getting that $10,000. And like, people are like, free money, government. And people been singing and talking about, I'm getting me $1 million loan. It's going to be, it ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. God loves the child that has his own. You ain't getting all this free money. There will be money. People will get some money, but it ain't going to be what you think it's going to be. And this is one of the reasons that I've gone hard on the educational aspect for those who care, who want it, versus the announcement of free government money. Like for what Rod for real estate said, it's just going to be like the HOPE program and all these loan modifications during the great last recession. Only a small number of people actually got the benefit from those programs, even though millions applied. And There isn't enough money. There's like 30 million small businesses in America. And there's like literally enough money for 1 million businesses, and maybe two if they, or maybe two to three if they start splintering it up the way that I think they're going to do. Because it's like, well, no, you're not getting that $10,000 grant because you're an Uber driver. You're a sole proprietor, so you're going to get $1,000. So that's going to give more money for more people to get it. But I'm just telling you. And then this thing with the mortgage industry, the stimulus package could literally bankrupt the mortgage industry. I want you to really think about that. Lewis, there is no free lunch. James Jones, to many people looking for something for nothing, you can only show them what to do. It's up to them to do it, pretty much. All right, Q497. K son, God bless the man that has his own. Dame Dash said this on the Breakfast Club in 2015. Everyone called him crazy. I like Dame Dash because we preach a lot of the same things. Because I went on record and said I wasn't applying for the payroll protection program because I don't. I mean, I have employees, but we good, and I wasn't going to go for the $10,000. I wasn't applying for none of that. And I also said, look at who you're getting your information from and how they run to this government money. Because there are many people who are not properly running their business and they don't have any cash reserves. They have no cash reserves. They're running their business with money comes in, we pay people, we pay bills, money comes in. They're not stacking cash. They're not. And this is going to be a problem going down the road. Rob, for real estate, fast money in this situation means humbling yourself and doing your jobs that may not seem glamorous. So check the ego and find something in your area that can put money in your pocket. Pretty much, this is what you're going to have to do. Robert George, you did say that if he didn't have any employees, you weren't going to get to 10,000 a couple of weeks ago. That's why I didn't apply for it. I had a feeling. Life for business. People should not listen to me, Kevin. He started this crap. He did Clearview. Like, once again, I'm just sitting here like, this is why I really tried to stay away from this topic. But now it's coming out because everybody's like, I've applied. It's been past the 3 days. Where's my money? Where's the money? They're like, my palm itching. I got bills to pay. And I'm just sitting there like, and then I went to the Georgia Department of Labor website and they said if you are a gig worker, do not apply for unemployment benefits because we have not gotten the money from the government. Like the execution of this thing is because see, this is going to help them when they do the second, because there will be a second stimulus package. Because what's happening, what's going on is so atrocious because literally in 6 weeks, we can have more unemployment than we had during the Great Recession. We could literally have 20 to 25 million people without a job. That's massive. Superstar Customs, pretty much. Tara Lee, I got the H undergrad package from you. Learning so much already from the money management course. Looking forward to the rest of the course. Thank you, Hustling Godfather. Thank you, Tara Lee. Because see, this is one of the things. I'm going to teach the unglamorous stuff. The stuff that I'm teaching is not glamorous. It's not quick. But if you put this stuff into play, your life is going to be better. Because, see, I'm not about these quick solutions. This is one of the things I hate about the internet's marketing space, because I know that if I wrote my copy where using the words quick, painless, simple, and the reality is starting a business is not quick, painless, or simple. It's just not. And the reason I put that money management course as the first course you should take, if you take, because see, the average person is mismanaging their money. And this is why the average person's in this situation. And 2 years ago, I said we were going to have a recession because of the economic indicators. Van life was taking off. That wasn't a sign of a healthy economy, that so many people were living in vans because it was economically cheaper to live in a van than to rent a place or to buy a house. The people were making these economic choices because the economy was not that good. It just wasn't. Businesses were going out of business. Toys R Us went out of business. Starbucks was closing stores. Subway was closing stores. Malls are closing. But, it's like, hey, real estate's going up. Stock market's doing well. That's a snapshot of a segment of the economy. It's just crazy. Kia Green, I know. Thomas Downer, yeah, it's going to knock people out. Pretty much, Mikalon, all the rent seekers. Tiro, yeah, YouTube hates me. Agent J Pool, the money isn't coming fast. It's the government. Hello. Hello. Pretty much. Pro style, lots of frauds getting exposed. Pretty much. Because I'm going to say this. Look at all of the people that you follow and look at what they're doing. Like Meet Kevin, I'll go ahead and say it. I don't think he's a real estate agent anymore. I think he's just living off this YouTube money. I think he probably makes 40, 50, $60,000 a month off YouTube money, and he makes money for selling his courses. He's not a real estate agent anymore. That's my opinion. And this whole rush to, because in 2018 he made enough. He didn't make any money, so he's going to get a stimulus check. Look at the real operators who are running their business, who don't need a stimulus check, who don't need to run to daddy government to get some money to keep their business going. Look what I did. I just went hard in my business. That's what you should be looking at. It's like, look at what people are doing. Look at what they're doing. And anyone who's like, hey, get this government money, get this free government money. Like, I went ahead and said it. Now, I got some flack about it because, some people are like, hey, how come you're not applying for the money? It's like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm not going to take money from someone else who desperately needs this money. There's a certain honor. There's a certain level of duty that you should have in regards to your fellow man. And I know these are antiquated concepts, but these are things I practice, because I'm not going to sit here and sell you guys some crap or tell you some fantasies, because I've been around. I knew the SBA was going to do. I knew it. The SBA, I'm like, I'm never doing that again. I'm never getting another SBA, Small Business Administration loan. I'm never doing that again. I'm not doing it. Someone else could do it. I'm not going to do it. The name is, did you buy the B School package for 30 small businesses? There's 30 million. Even if they properly adjudicated this program and properly administrated the money, they were going to run out. The money was going to run out. This is all the stuff that's in the Ultimate Sales Machine by Chet Holmes. Like, I go into businesses and they're just not doing this, because you should, like, Someone comes in, you should train all of your servers to say, hey, what's your email address? We like to send out coupons and stuff from time to time, and we want to put you on the list. And everyone that comes in that establishment, you have their email address. Better yet, you have their phone number. And then during this pandemic, you close up and it's like, hey, like there's this barbecue place. They hit me up like that. They got my phone number, and it's like, we're still opening, we're delivering, blah blah. That's what the real operators are doing. And the time to do that was before now, because you can't do it now because people are not coming into your establishment. So if I had a restaurant, everybody that come in there, it would just be standard policy to get their email address, to get their phone number, and stay in communication. Because there are some restaurants, there's one place I get food from. They're doing more business now that they're closed from takeout than they were doing when they were open. So there's all kinds of stuff here. Pretty much, a bull. Do not be quitting your jobs. If like I know, I had a friend that told me of a nurse who got tired of working and she was going to go ahead and get unemployment because she didn't want to work. LVA. What do you mean that this is an African American epidemic? What are you talking about, Gino? I never heard that. Hey, bull, make that money. Kevin Davis, meet Kevin is clickbait. I don't really know anything about Jay Morrison, so I can't speak on him either way. Taurus, that's going to be in the Art of Holding, which is included in the H undergrad package. Rod sharing, I have a city job here in the Bay Area. I'm still working. I have no debts. As this continues, I'll be able to move into a nicer apartment, pay less because I will be paying with cash money. Josh Allen, 702. When you apply for a SBA loan, they're going to put you through the ringer. It's an exhausting process. Like if you need the money and you're willing to go through that, it's cool because this is how a lot of people got funding. But for myself, I'm never going through that again. It was a horrendous experience. And then you turn in paperwork, and then they're like, well, we need something else, and we need something else, and we need something else. And I got the loan, and when I actually sold my position in the stock market to pay that loan off to get them out my life. Eli, black people leading the league in Corona in some states. Really, I didn't know that. If you're already unhealthy, this thing's going to take you out. Well, I haven't really been watching a lot of the news, but I will do some more investigations. I'm just saying, guys, you got a lot of people on YouTube who are putting certain things out. They're saying certain things, and they've not had experience with the SBA like I have. They've not had experience with the banks. And this thing isn't going to go the way that people are telling you on YouTube how it's going to go. It ain't. As of yet, no one's gotten that $10,000. And I guarantee you, now that they've put qualifications that if you're a sole proprietor, the most you can get is 1,000, and you must have employees. And this is right there. This is going to knock most of the people out who are hoping for that 10K. Because most of the people who are hoping for that, they don't have no employees. They have no payroll. They have no documentation. They have nothing except, and because the thing is, it put in there is like, hey, you could self-qualify. Say like, hey, I run this business and give me my $10,000. The SBA is going to put a halt to that because there are people in the SBA who's like, look, we need to get as many people this money as possible. We need to make sure they're qualified. And The Congress ain't gonna check the SBA. It's like, well, we said no. They're gonna like, well, this is the SBA. They administer loans. This is what they do. We're gonna let them do their job. You don't get no, sir. You don't get that $10,000. Because I was just sitting there like, an Uber driver gets $10,000 and unemployment. That's just too good to be true. And I was right. Superstar Customs people quit too easy. There will be massive opportunities for those that stick this out. I'm waiting to buy shop equipment on the cheap from businesses that quit. Dude, about next month or the month after, you're going to start seeing stuff go on clearance. Clearance. It's the Superstar Customs. They're claiming that 70% of the debts are African American. I did not know that. LVMCD, this is America, home of the brave, land of the free. If you just got a divorce, you're not allowed to get the stimulus check? Really? Superstar Customs, I applied for the SBA once. I proved the business was profitable. They said I wasn't paying myself enough. They denied me. Hey, well, I was actually paying myself a good deal. I didn't have a problem with that because this is why, I had to create the art of holding. This is why I talk about certain things of structuring. This is why I talk about having your business set up a certain way and having relationships with your bank. Because there's so many people who are doing it under the table, which is cool. I got mad respect for you if you can make $250,000 a year under the table. My hat comes off to you. However, when you start trying to get into these government programs and these loans, you on the outside. You will not qualify because you have no documentation. Went to the pawn shop to see what they were doing. Only loans, no shopping. A Rod for real estate. Yes, the government hype up what they're going to do, and then the details hit. It's not even close to the original plan. Furniture companies, yeah, people not buying furniture. One of the things you guys have got to understand and acknowledge is there is no free lunch. And I come across as the stern voice of reason because, like this gentleman, and I'm not going to talk bad about him. I'm not going to talk bad about him at all because clearly he has some problems because he was looking for hope. He was looking for solutions. And I'm going to say it once again. The burglar is in your bedroom with a knife and you don't have a gun. Your solution is you got to fight for your life. There are no easy, quick, painless solutions. The time for that was a year ago or 2 years ago. That was the time for that. Right now, the beast is in the house. And the beast is doing damage. So, one of the things that you guys, because I'm getting ready to go hard because, like I said, I got a really busy day. And I'm going to send out some emails. If you're on the list, you're going to know what's going up because one of the things I'm going to start doing is going through my courses and having live webinars off of the courses. So, if you're still on the email list, you good to go. But a lot of people hopped off because I understand what I'm selling ain't sexy. I'm selling hard work. I'm selling responsibility. I'm selling duty. I'm not selling some quick, easily, painless gadget or gee whiz or what I'm selling are timeless principles. Timeless. They're going to work 40 years from now. They're going to work 50 years from now. These are timeless principles that just ain't sexy. They ain't like, Shopify drop shipping. Like, I watch the Shopify drop shipping guys, and where these guys keep their channels going is to be doing these challenges. Like, I'm doing the TikTok challenge. I'm doing day trading for a week. I'm doing some other stuff for a week. Because the business, the day-to-day running bit of a business of a Shopify store is not really that sexy. Really ain't. All right, Gino. Cool, cool, cool. I know, good fella Neil. Easy. The government is collecting data and people will get caught from not paying their taxes. Also, excursions and boosts will raise your score if you give government access to monitor your bank transactions. Easy. There's a lot of people who have not paid taxes who go run for this government money. They're going to put their information in the system, and later on, they're going to get hit with an audit or a big tax bill. You're 100% correct because they weren't running their business correctly to begin with. So you're 100% on. Wow, Sierra, I've not seen that. Well, I mean, it's common knowledge that if you have pre-existing health conditions, that this thing is taking you out. Ready, set. It was Greg Murray. Greg Murray. He's working overtime. Ready, set, wealth. You said it right. This is fight for people's lives, and they don't know it or won't do it. Pretty much, Agent J. Poole. Because see, like I get really upset because I was doing the recession talks for 2 years because I knew this was coming. This bug thing has made things happen way faster. It's accelerated, but this thing was still coming, and this bug thing has made things worse. And when I get someone new to the channel, it's like, well, you didn't see these videos. You weren't here. I understand that, and this is why I didn't go off on this dude because I understand the human condition is about seeking comfort. It's about finding the least path of resistance, and it's a challenge. It is really a big, big challenge. But linear accountability due to honor lost virtues from our society, unfortunately. They're not lost here at Hustlers Kung Fu Life Skills. We keep that stuff alive and well because it's the best way to do business. All right, Gino, hopefully. Black Caesar, Uncle G here in the Empire State, local and commercial businesses taking a brutal Jimmy Fly Sucker and the Rock Dunn Miracle Cage match beating. There are just many small businesses that are not going to survive this. Easy, a lot of jobs will be lost. Ladies complain there ain't no men out here. Just left Home Depot. Majority of working men are the Mexicans who will continue to be employed. Pretty much. Pretty much. Linda Nix, what you can do is rewind the stream and go to the beginning and you can get caught up. LV, yeah, the virus took out one of the older nurses at my hospital jobs. Wow. Google handle. Isn't the virus now slowing down? That's what I heard. Well, here's the thing. There's a few epicenters, and if Americans practice the social distancing and stay at home, the virus will slow down. Slow down, not stop. There's a big difference between slowing down and stopping. And like the death rate, In New York, instead of 630 people died, 599 died. That's still a lot of people dying. So don't get your hopes up so quickly. James Lewis, exactly. VCR, I remember Uncle G saying this back then. Uncle G said when 2020 came, it was going to be bad, like very bad money wise in the climate of society. Ben the bartender, it's reached that it appears to be a peak in the curve. Only time will say if the curve flattens. Truckee Timmy, any advice for truckers? Go hard. Truckers, we need you guys right now. I mean, it's just going to be hard to be a trucker for a minute. You're just going to have to live in your truck. I'm telling you, Valentine, I'm down here in South Florida, and the construction industry has not been touched by any shutdowns. Seem like it's the only consistent industry right now. People still making money doing construction. All right. Be real. This virus doesn't care if you have pre-existing conditions. My cousin works with give up patients, and she wraps them up when they die. She says she checked their records, and a lot of them had no pre-existing conditions. Dexter, what about all the people who recovered? There's some people who recovered. Easy, really. Gino Dab, but Glennon, I have 50K in savings. I want to double, triple, and quadruple. Any suggestions? Gino, wait. One of the things you want to do is start looking at into businesses that you can start without spending any money. Start doing your research and start positioning yourself that when the time comes, you can deploy some of that money. Because I'm telling you, you got 50K. I saw a video the other day where this guy has this property and he's looking for 10 investors with 50K for, not in my opinion, a great investment. In my opinion, because if you got 50K, you're going to be able to get an asset that's going to put $1,000 or $2,000 in your pocket per month if you just wait long enough. Because right now things are starting to go on sale. After the sale, they're going to go on clearance. I'm telling you. Thomas down stacking 2+ a week right now, trucking. Hey, stack your money. Engineering life skills, the virus will slow down as we get closer to summer and resurface this fall. This will be the cycle for years to come. It could be. My wife has the option to go into the ship in New York for 30 days, 7K a week. I'm only getting an extra 200 for my delivery job. Still a big ass wake up, come up. Hey, Bill Shark, non-food trucking companies shutting down and going bankrupt. Wow. Agent J. Poole, real estate's going to get really punched hard with this because with this stimulus bill and what it's going to do to the mortgage industry, because the mortgage industry is going to require a government bailout. Before this thing is all over, we can add another 15 trillion to the balance sheet. Now, none of Trump's people are going to be talking about that the deficit grew almost 20 trillion under Trump. No one's going to want to say that, but hey, you know, that's what's going to happen. VCR, it's going to get wild. Jared J. Here's my thing with real estate. Real estate is local, and you should position yourself. You should be looking at properties. You should know what's going on in the market. So when the pricing starts getting right, you know what's going to happen. So you got to actively be participating in real estate. I feel that the prices in 2021 are going to be dramatically lower than they are in 2020. 71 hours wasn't worth the check. The real truth email, I suggest everyone try affiliate marketing. Low startup costs and you can scale really quickly. Potentially. Um, One of the things that's happening with the stimulus money, because we're going to keep talking about the stimulus money, that many people are, they, they relaxed. A little people took a deep breath and kind of relaxed because of the stimulus money. And there are many people who are just not going to get it, or they're going to get it many months down the road. And it's going to be bad. It's going to be very bad. And people don't want to acknowledge that because, there are many people that call me a fear mongerer. And I see myself as a truth teller because if many people think I was joking when I got that shotgun. I got that shotgun for a reason. Hopefully, things don't get as bad as I think they could get. Hopefully. But if they do, I'm going to be ready. This just facts. Show up lifestyle. They're trying to create their own digital currency because fiat currency is going to run into hyperinflation. And we will have to study it and see what happens. A lot of these companies are going out of business. Google handle. I think there will be a second stimulus package. NC Biggs, yeah, I was listening to a podcast the other day that domestic violence has been escalating because it's just sad situation. It really is a sad situation. Ready, set, wealth. I've always said that on this channel. A service business can make you money instantly. Good feeling there. A lot of people are lazy. They just don't want to do the work. VC, my other point comment was meant for you about you said preparing G for this things to go bad. You've been on point. Oh, I've rarely been wrong. I wasn't wrong about Bitcoin. I wasn't wrong about this depression. But a lot of people don't like my authoritative delivery. They don't like the way that I speak with such confidence. That just gets a lot of people. It's like, well, you know it all. I don't know everything, but I do know a lot. Linda Nix, what are you talking about? By the XRP. I know someone that bought XRP when it was $3.30. What is XRP right now? It hasn't gone back to that level. Be real. I keep hearing that. Surefire, you one of those people who don't believe this is real. You think it's fake. Hopefully, no, you or no one in your family gets sick because at that point, it will become very real for you. Easy. Trump is Trump. Trump is going to be Trump. I know. Show up lifestyle. Is your life skills. Amen. Americans have liberty in their DNA. They're listening to the government because they're scared. Their compliance will change dramatically once they get hungry. Believe that. Believe that. Andre Jacobs, delivery services are booming right now. If you got the money to get that van and you got a good business plan, go for it. Lewis Dream, yes, 6.6 million filed for unemployment. Trucker Timmy P, last recession I was doing landscaping, cleaning carpets, homes, and offices. Like if you're a trucker, man, you're in a good position. We need truckers. I mean, you can make money. It's just it's gonna get harder. I mean, being a trucker is already hard, and it's just gonna get harder because these states are gonna be shutting down these rest stops, and you gonna have to like hop out your truck and run in the woods and drain the snake. I mean, this is one of the things that's going to happen. This is the situation that we're going to have as a country because hopefully the death rate starts to descend, the curve flattens, and this doesn't spread in other states like it is in New York, Florida, Louisiana, California, Washington, Michigan, because if each state it grows like that, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be really, really ugly. Steve Jameson, 21, we're going to be living that old Wu-Tang song, cash rules everything around me, pretty much. Google handle, go get a gun. Go ahead, get a gun. Get about that pew pew life. Gene, I know a lot of people who bought Bitcoin, Ripple, and all these other cryptocurrencies that have never seen those highs again. I don't really know what the future has for cryptocurrency. I will be talking about it on my on my personal finance channel because there are so many people who have this foolish notion that they're going to be able to create some crypto. The people are going to be able to create a currency and leave the government out. That ain't going to happen. That's just not going to happen. All right, Johnny. I know LVMC. I know Lewis. You got to watch what you get. You have to watch your back. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people who bought Ripple and XRP, and like this is why I'm not investing in cryptocurrency because it is so confusing for the people who know it forward and backward. They speak so confidently on it, but show me where if I invest $100,000 in cryptocurrency, that I'm gonna make $10,000 a month. Until cryptocurrency starts doing that, I'm not messing with it. I'm just not messing with it. Well, show up lifestyle, you got it cheap. You got it like I got my Bitcoin. I think I paid like 30 cents for my Bitcoin. That's when you get in. And then you sell at the top and then you exit. NC Bigs, yep, pretty much. Bull Shark, yes, YouTube is making the killing. This is why Meet Kevin is doing all these videos. If Meet Kevin CRC CPM is close to mine, he's making a killing. He's making a lot of money, and that's why he's doing it because his real estate business, just based on his videos, he's not a really good businessman. He's a smart dude that knows a lot of knowledge. He can read something, he can decipher it, he can do a video about it. But from executing as a business person, he ain't really that good. So this is one of the things. Okay. All right. For you guys who want to be skilling up, because like I'm going to start this really soon with the live trainings and the Making Money course. That's the course I'm working on right now, and the Critical Mindset course I'm working on, and B School for Hustlers I'm working on the YouTube course. So there's a lot of training that's coming, because what I'm going to do during this Great Depression is teach people fundamental skills and talk about how you can make it out if you're not so deep into debt or you're in such a bad situation. So go to Hustlers Kung Fu Life Skills, check it out. We got a lot of stuff that's going on here, and we're going to really start with a lot of training to get people skilled up, to level up, because even though this is going to be a depression, there's going to be opportunity. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for those who are prepared, for those who are willing to put in the work. There will be a ton of opportunity. A ton. So with that, I'll see you guys later.